Well, hello, and welcome to the first ever Cedar Creek Momentum Challenge, and who knows, depending on how this goes, it really could be our last one, right? So I hope you'll have some fun with me and really participate the next month in something we're calling the Maker of the Home Challenge. So the idea is here that, we sometimes have to do some really intentional things to make our homes go from just ordinary to extraordinary. And really that's our goal this year, right? Is to become extraordinary mothers. And so as I've started thinking about what are the differences between an ordinary and extraordinary home, there's like 4 key areas that we're going to focus on. We're going to talk about having a peaceful home. We're going to talk about having a home that's engaged, one that is simple, and one that's memorable. So I'm going to take just a minute to kind of talk through those 4 points with you, and then we'll talk a little bit about the challenge. So a peaceful home, I think you can kind of picture what a peaceful home is, and that's our first week's challenge, so I'll come back to that. The second is an engaged home, and I'm not talking about like a wedding ring kind of engagement. I'm talking about engaged with each other on a personal level. So like when you and somebody in your home are talking, you're really listening. You're not telling your kids like, oh, just wait a minute, I'll be right with you. You're actually engaged in what's going on. It also can mean just keeping up with the things that make a household run on a daily basis, like cooking and laundry and all the things that we do every day, or we're supposed to do every day. The third week, we're going to focus on a simple home. And, I think we can really get bunged up about making sure we have all the stuff that we need to do life. But really, there's not a lot that we have to have. There's a lot of things we want to have, but what is really a want and a need are 2 different things. So that week, we're going to be challenging ourselves on making a simple home. And then lastly is the memorable home. And believe it or not, of all of them, this one kind of bunged me up a little bit. And I think the reason is that I always kind of thought of myself as a little bit of a rebel. Like, I don't want to follow all the traditions. I don't want to be like tied to having to follow this rule and that rule to make a memory and traditions. But memories are really different than that. They're the things that you look back on and you think, man, that was a really awesome time we had together as a family. Or maybe it's the looking back on a particular moment that could have just been terrible, and you really took something and made it extraordinary. So the 4th week, we're going to be talking about making a memorable home. And so you ask, these challenges, where will they come from? Well, there's 2 different places. Once a week on Thursdays, you'll receive an email from momentum@cedarcreek.tv, and if you don't get our emails, just send me an email there, and I'll make sure you're added to the list. I'll send out the challenge that way. Also, we've set up a new page. It's called Maker of the Home Challenge by Cedar Creek Momentum on Facebook. And this page is just going to be dedicated to this. So we're not going to clog up our other page with it. We're going to put all of the Maker of the Home stuff there, because we really want you to interact with us. And that's how you're going to get, you're going to be entered to win what our big prizes. So I'll tell you about that in a minute. But on the Facebook page, I'll be posting the challenge. I may also be posting questions for you, like, what's for dinner tonight? Post the recipe. Those kind of things. I'll be looking for some blogs that you might be reading about your home. We'll be posting pictures of how we're living out the challenges. So it's really going to be an interactive page, and I want to hear what you have to say, because you know what? These 4 things, I didn't pick them because I have them all figured out. I picked them, I think God actually led me on a lot of these because they're things that I personally need to work on. So anyway, that's what the challenge is. We'll put out what we're going to be doing for the week. We'll have topics on Facebook, so just get involved, like our page. That's how you'll be entered to win. So every interaction with the page, your name's going in the drawing for the ultimate extraordinary Maker of the Home grand prize. And you're probably saying, okay, what is it, Allison? Tell us some details. Well, here's what it is. We've gotten some time donated with a professional organizer who will help you with that area of your house that you just do not know what to do with. We've got some professional cleaning for you, and organic cleaning products, and organizing products, and we've got cookbooks, and it's just going to be awesome. So every interaction with the Facebook page, or if you're not a Facebook girl, you can send us pictures or how you're living out the challenge to momentum@cedarcreek.tv. We'll deal with them both ways, but every interaction gets you another entry into the drawing for the Extraordinary Maker of the Home grand prize. But like, don't be crazy and post every 30 seconds, okay? Because that'll really annoy everybody. Got it? That's the rule. So hey, this is the Maker of the Home challenge, and you know what? I know that some of the best ideas are sitting in the room right now. You guys are going to talk about them, you're going to post them, you're going to share them, and we're all going to learn a little bit more about how we can make our homes the best. And I don't know about you, but as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Take care, ladies. Okay, so we are on to our week 1 Maker of the Home challenge, and this week's challenge is My Home is Peaceful. So peaceful, you can kind of picture, right? You close your eyes, you can picture yourself on a sandy beach with like a nice fruity drink, you're reading a book, the waves are crashing, it's peaceful, it's awesome, like take me there right now, please. So the opposite of peace though, what is it? Like if you were in elementary school and having to do the opposite of peace, you'd say what? War. Peace or war? What is it that you want in your home? I don't know about you, but I want the peace. And so I think the war looks a couple different ways. I mean, there can be the opposite of a peaceful home you can think of like this. It's hectic, it's crazy. It might be 6:35, but you've already gotten in an argument, and you're not talking to your husband as they walk out the door, and maybe you've got kids who are fighting and they've hit each other with their breakfast. I don't know, it just looks crazy, it's hectic. Your schedules are so crazy, you can't relax, and it just feels tense and uncomfortable and harsh. And so maybe that's not your house. You know, in my house, neither my husband and I are really big yellers, but there are times when ladies, it's like, I've had an argument in my head. Like, I might not have said anything out loud, but I've played the whole thing back and forth in my head before he's even walked out the door. And so that's not good either, and that's not peaceful. So it might not be noisy, but what's going on in your head is not very peaceful. So this week's challenge to bring us some peace is to sometime during your day, find a candle, and hopefully I don't set anything on fire here, ladies. Find a candle and light that candle. When you light your candle, I want you to pray for peace in your home. Got it? Seems simple, right? Jesus said, "Blessed are the peacemakers." I want to be a peacemaker. I want my home full of peace, and I hope you do too. So you're saying, okay, I lit a candle, I prayed for peace, like what's really going to happen here? Well, I don't know, but God does know what's going to happen. And I will tell you that I've rolled this challenge out to the Momentum steering team, and one of the moms lit her candle, she prayed for peace, and moments later her husband called and said, "Hey, I think I'm going to pick up Cooper and I'm going to take him to work with me the rest of the day." Suddenly she had a very empty and, might I say it, peaceful home, I think. So, hey, it sounds simple, it sounds easy, and it is. So just once a day, light a candle, pray for peace for your home, and make it extraordinary. I'll see you guys next week for week 2's challenge.